We welcome you live here for the Hardee's National Series here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Matt DeLeo qualifying the pole here for Fear Sport, the affiliation with Phoenix Itomi Motorsports, which has shown they have some speed today. Will he top it off with a win, or will somebody else claim it? Colby Jackson comes into the race here as the points leader with a mere 2 points over Johnny Gardner. But let's cut to the chase here. For Matt DeLeo, he will lead the green flag here. Green flag is out, we're racing here at Charlotte. And off to a good start, Matt DeLeo is, as he is off to a demanding lead actually. Wade Brummer down the inside for Pack 3 Racing, that 00 cars. Hopefully they can have some strength and speed here, as he's going to try and get second away. He will successfully. Bobby Jones looking for third here. They're 3 wide out of corner number 4, and Nick Mace into the wall hard. And Angel Navarro spins around out of 4 into Stephen Jenkins. Caution is out for the first time. Max Titan's involved. He's in the outside wall. And already a rough start for the Hardee's National Series drivers. As Matt DeLeo already did cross the line, looks like he's going to go around another lap. But already, Stephen Jenkins off to a rough start for the Martin Motorsports car. That 6 car already with some heavy front end damage. I think his car is going to be done for the day. As DeLeo does cross the line, he is the leader, as we'll take a look at the replay. Now they were 3 wide out of turn number 4. Sam Curtis and Colby Jackson slipped the track, and Nick Mace slaps the outside wall. The same exact situation happened back here. Navarro, Gardner, and Orion Byzantium collided, and that sent the 34 careening into the outside wall, collecting Stephen Jenkins, and Max Titan gets a piece of it as well, as that brought out our first caution of the day. Max Titan with some cosmetic damage to his car, and it looks like he'll be able to keep on going. Matt DeLeo currently leads right now as of the moment. Pace car has had the 1-to-go signal out. You notice the lights are up for the pace car right now. Matt DeLeo comes off of turn number 4. He's got Wade Brummer, Bobby Jones, Jordan Davis, and James Richardson to hold off. Green flag back in the air. We're having another restart. Wade Brummer did not quite get going there. Bobby Jones is going to try and attack the 00 immediately as he comes into turn number 1. You do have to be a bit aggressive here on these restarts here, because that is a great opportunity to gain some positions, but can be a disadvantage to lose some as well. Harley McDowell trying to make her way up into the field, and she's got Sean Harple following on tow. And you see a couple cars near the back half of the field. Matt Duncan, Justin Roberts, Emma White trying to charge her way up. H.J. Ponder also making his way up into the field. But Matt DeLeo has a couple tenths over the second place car of Bobby Jones. James Richardson looking underneath the 95. Can he do anything to get around him? The red stallion car is trying so hard. Charlie Smith is right there with Carly McDowell and the others on the inside line following. You really have to be in the inside line if you want to pass some drivers, because it is the preferred racing line. As we're looking at the back half of the field, Johnny Gardner, who's second in points coming in, is struggling. He's near the tail end of the field. We're noticing here, it looks like Zach Rogers and Cody Lamas have experienced some mechanical issues here. We don't see them on track, so that is a tough break for them. As Alan Cavagnaro and Jerry Guerrero are battling right now, they are currently 3 wide. Down the back straightaway, Jerry Guerrero on the inside, Alan Cavagnaro on the middle line, and James Richardson stuck on the outside. Richardson decides to know better. He's going to stay on the outside line, but now Wade Brummers is now stuck there. The 00 is in some deep trouble here. Colby Jackson's right there. James Richardson, Alan Cavagnaro, and Cavagnaro sliding on the railing. It's still a green flag for some odd reason. No caution. And the 41 goes for a series of rolls. And no caution so far. Chris Dodd's got some heavy damage, and Johnny Gardner's there. And here comes Johnny Gardner down the apron, up the track into his teammate. Caution is out. Johnny Gardner's involved, and James Richardson, with no place to go, the outside pole sitter, is involved in a wreck. Racing back down towards the line, it looks like Matt DeLeo is still in the lead, but they're still racing really hard for position. Sean Harple is right on the 92. As they come off of turn number 4, Matt DeLeo will hold off Sean Harple as he takes the caution flag. And 3 wide does not quite work. They didn't really give and take. They took more. And Alan Cavagnaro is the innocent victim of this. He slides on the outside wall. Luckily, the catch fence protected the crowd and the other parts of the track. As the 41 goes upside down, goes for a little series of rolls and lands on his wheels right around there. But otherwise, we need to focus back on the CJ Racing cars of Chris Dodd and Johnny Gardner. Chris Dodd had some heavy right side damage, so he decided to go down low. Johnny Gardner was committed down there. His spotter told him to go down there. And Gardner goes then to the apron and then slides up right into Chris Dodd and sends both the cars into the outside retaining wall. And then James Richardson thought he got through it. No place to go. Hits the rear end of the 3 and takes the front end of that car. Well, that really just bends it up at this point. So James Richardson's day goes from bad to worse. He did get involved in the incident with Cavagnaro, so it did not quite help for his car yet again. So that's a tough break for the Red Stallion car. With the yellow flag pit stops occurring, Daniel Conway for Ike Durbin Incorporated is your race leader. We have a new leader for once, Matt DeLeo, now in second, so we're going to see how the 92 is going to handle getting around cars that are in front of him, because he's been so used to the clean air. Green flag is out. Matt DeLeo did not quite see for that start. He actually was aware, and he went. And coming into turn number 1, he immediately ducks for the lead. H.J. Ponder is right there underneath the blue flare machine, pushing the Fierce Sport car to the race lead yet again. It did not take that long to get around Daniel Conway. Here comes Sean Harple and Sam Curtis charging to the inside as well. Ricky Johnson in the 83 for Fuel Brothers Racing. Caleb Hoffman puts the block on the 83. As here comes Jared for Curtis Racing. On the inside, the Mobile One Racing machine got a second Daytona, but has been struggling ever since. Couple cars in the mid-pack here. Jeffrey Lynn for Shock One Racing hasn't really shown much speed as of so far. His qualifying effort wasn't that good. Hopefully we can see a turnaround for him. But for Caleb Hoffman, his teammate Caleb Hoffman, this is a good run for them. Battle for the lead here between Matt DeLeo and H.J. Ponder. Sean Harple goes with the 81. And looks like H.J. Ponder has the advantage. The inside line is the preferred line. And he's going to be able to clear the 92. New leader, H.J. Ponder for Blue Flare Motorsports. It's really impressive to see teams like these run up front. And Sean Harple driving for Fuel Brothers Racing. He did get his career best, I believe, of 6th place this season at Kansas. So that's really his best finish of the season overall, at least I believe. And there's contact. Matt DeLeo's in the wall. The pole sitter is involved. Sam Curtis and Matt Duncan are collected. And William Brock gets sideswiped involved. And there is Johnny Gardner. Caution is out at the speedway yet again. Johnny Gardner is destroyed. Second in points. He is no longer going to remain there after this one. And for William Brock, his car is done. And Matt DeLeo, the pole sitter who qualified the fastest, is now in a state of wreck and demolition. It's really been the same situations that's been bringing out these cautions. They all squeeze together. Sam Curtis really stuck in the middle. Matt DeLeo goes hard on the outside wall. Matt Duncan and Sam Curtis follow with him. And as you can see here, watch the 51 of William Brock. Just hits the 92 just a tad there. That destroys the 51's right front. And then watch Johnny Gardner come into the picture here in just a few. And there he is, committed to the low side, hits the 09 hard. The back end of the 09 is destroyed, and so is the 88's front end, as both cars sit on the track. After some yellow flag pit stops and a big crash, we have another new leader. We have Josh Crash this time. The 66 Ford Martin Motorsports trying to hold off Jerry Guerrera. Josh Travell, who's in third. I believe he has some right side damage to his car. Caleb Hoffman fourth. And Ryan Byzantium in the top 5. Green flag is out yet again. Jerry Guerrera did sleep a bit in the start there, as will this give an opportunity for the other drivers to make a move. Caleb Hoffman now stuck on the outside line. He's going to get immediately set to dry. He's stuck on the outside line. Will Jordan Davis or anybody go with him coming down the back straightaway? It doesn't look like it's proving so. Hardee McDowell looks like she's got some front end damage, so I don't know how much that's going to hinder her. And there's H.J. Ponder, who was leading the race earlier on in the going. He's trying to get a move on. Yeah, you see the orange car down the inside apron there. That was Bobby Jones. Josh Crash holds on to the lead as the moment Jerry Guerrera in second. Jordan Davis peeking his way into the third spot, but now he's going to be the runner-up car. He's got Vincent Allen right there, Ricky Johnson following, as well as Michael Hardee. Josh Crash, the dominant car right now. Oh, well, actually not really a dominant car, but currently the leader, Vincent Allen, now up to second. The Cedar Point Toyota for aerodynamics there. He's got his teammate of Ryan Byzantium. With Sam Curtis out, we still have 2 more aerodynamics cars just left, so don't count anybody out. Michael Hardee, who's running pretty high up in points, can gain points on Colby Jackson. But the caution is out. Michael Cavagnaro just got slammed by Bobby Jones, as there's carnage in turn number 3 and 4. They're going to be racing back down towards the line. Vincent Allen leads over Ricky Johnson. But here comes H.J. Ponder trying to get the third spot away from Michael Hardee. As they come off of turn number 4, Vincent Allen will lead the lap. And this is all coming into turn number 3. Michael Cavagnaro, Nick Mace, and Sean Harp will collide with some help from Colby Jackson. The 55 goes into the wall. Watch the lights go yellow here in just a moment. You can't really see on this angle, but Michael Cavagnaro trying to get the car refired at this point, and watch the 59 at 95, and bam, that was a heavy impact. A head-on lick from Bobby Jones and Michael Cavagnaro. Luckily, looks like the two have climbed out of their cars okay, but that was a vicious hit from Bobby Jones. As the pace car comes off of turn number 4, Ricky Johnson will lead the field down to the green flag. For lap number 33 of the 50, green flag is out. Ricky Johnson leads the field. H.J. Ponder did not quite get going, but he's closing in on the 83 fast. So some great acceleration from the blue flare car. Ryan Byzantium there in third. He's getting held up by Josh Travell. Battle for the lead. H.J. Ponder ducks to the inside, coming into turn number 3. Put H.J. Ponder back up to the first position, because he is now the leader yet again. Some good race trim for the blue flare car of H.J. Ponder. Josh Crash now up to third. He blocks Caleb Hoffman, shuts the door on him. Ricky Johnson can't do anything, as here comes Josh Crash for the second position. Josh Travell as a lap car. He's playing a role in some of the drivers' detriments here. They're losing some spots. There's the points leader of Colby Jackson. They're 3 wide out of turn number 4. Jordan Davis, Ricky Johnson, and Colby Jackson. 3 wide. Coming into turn number 1. This is where the cautions come out the most. Contact was made. Ricky slides up the track. They save it. Some great car control and experience from these drivers. Looks like they've learned to give and take, but there's still some wild racing and aggression. The aggression rate will go up, meaning there may be a crash here and then in the late stages of this race. H.J. Ponder still holds on the lead. Daniel Conway now up to second. Ryan Byzantium trying to get underneath the 2 here. Looks like he can't quite get it done. He looks like he's got the plan. Will he execute it properly? Here he comes into turn number 3. The 9 with the advantage on the inside line. He's going to clear the 2 with ease, with help from Colby Jackson and the rest of the inside line. Colby Jackson, the points leader coming in, he can extend that points lead by a bigger margin if he keeps this run up. As of the moment, with a good finish he can get, he could gain a ton of points on the rest of the field, meaning good business for his team. Really the team he's in. 3 wide out of turn number 4. David Culpepper on the inside, Jackson in the middle, and Byzantium on the outside. That's not good. Get out of there. Dom Capps on the inside. Ryan Byzantium. Contact was made. The 9 gets a huge run off of turn number 2. Byzantium with an impressive run. You never see this happen at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and that just showcased how strong the 9 car can be. Aerodynamics has done a great job with Ryan Byzantium. He's on the move underneath David Culpepper. And it looks like Aerodynamics has improved their speed today. It's showcased in the number 9. It was in Sam Curtis too, but then Sam got in an incident. But we can't count out the other cars as well. The 99 as well. They were fast while they were up front, but it looks like Vincent Allen is in a bit of a predicament in the field. Carson Scott for Roush Family Racing trying to make his way up in the field. He's got a fast race car. The Granger car has been pretty quiet throughout the most upper latter half of the field and the race, but now he's up to 3rd. Nick Mace is in the way. He's going to stay up high. HJ goes low. And a couple of cars do as well. Josh Crash follows them. And Dom Capps and the others are going to try and get around Nick Mace as the high line is now stuck behind a moving chicane. Now, you can't really call Nick Mace much of that. He is one of the more legendary Sony Cup Series drivers. He actually is the all-time winningest driver of the Sony Cup Series, but for now, looks like he's going to play a role as lap traffic. Ricky Johnson has to go around the 5 by going 3 wide there. That proves as a good move, as Max Titan will finally get around him. Colby Jackson, the point leader, coming in. He's in a bit of a predicament as well now with that happening. As lap traffic still continues, as Nick May still continues to hold up the rest of the field, focusing back on the second place battle here. David Culpepper, Josh Crash, and Carson Scott all battling for the 2nd position. They've all checked away. Really, the top 5 has checked out from the rest of the top 10 on back. Zebulon Stark, who started dead last in the field, he's made his way inside the top 10. A great run for the rookie cup driver. H.J. Ponder has a 3/10 lead over David Culpepper for Bull Shark Racing. That team is really known as the underdogs here. A lot of drivers here are underdogs. Carson Scott did fill in for Jake Maskinger for a couple races, and he did just fine actually for what he had. Just some of the results did not really show. Ryan Byzantine, the unsponsored 9, we said he had a lot of speed, and he's proving it right now, just like we said. That 9 car is fast. Jerry Gurr and Emma White are battling. Emma White started mid-pack in the race, and she's up in the top 10. Josh Travell is a lap car. He's going to be using the pick very often right now, but he's keeping pace with those cars on the lead lap. As there's going to be 8 laps to go, or actually no, make that 6 laps to go, excuse me there, for H.J. Ponder, Josh Crash, Ryan Byzantium, and Carson Scott, all battling for 2nd. This has really been an interesting battle here. This is good for the 81 car. David Culpepper up high. He's running in 5th right now. This is a very good run for the 21 team. There's a potential. They have to get around that 81, but how are they going to do it? That's the question. The 81 car is extremely good in clean air, and it's proven us that if you've got a really fast car and it runs in clean air, your car's going to soar. David Culpepper and Carson Scott are going to try and work together, maybe get around that 9 car. is a Toyota, and both are Fords. 3 Fords in the top 5, and 2 Toyotas are also in the top 5 as well, as there is 4 laps to go for H.J. Ponder. Carson Scott, Ryan Byzantium again holding the outside line pretty well. That 9 car still strong as ever. Carson Scott can't quite maneuver around the 9 quite yet. Josh Crash is trying to do something here, but he's going to be short on fuel. He has to pit. Looks like the 66 has gambled a bit too much. The luck has run out, and the glass slipper has slipped for Josh Crash. 3 laps to go at Charlotte. 3 wide. Couple rows deep. Dejan Weeks and Dom Caps nearly up the racetrack and almost into the wall. That was going to cost them a couple of spots there. But Ryan Byzantium is closing in on H.J. Ponder. Can he do anything? As H.J. Ponder will come off at turn number 4 with a full head of steam. 2 laps to go for H.J. Ponder. Who would have thought a blue flare car would be leading? But there are a couple of upsets in the top 5 right now. Jerry Guerrera has made his way to the top 5, but Vincent Allen's going to try and prove otherwise. David Culpepper ducks to the inside for the 2nd position. This is what H.J. Ponder's going to need as he comes up at turn number 4. The white flag is going to fly. 1 more lap to go for H.J. Ponder. He makes contact with the lap car of Nick Mace. Mace in the wall. H.J. Ponder's in the wall. Look out, everybody. Vincent Allen piles in, and it's the big one here. And Charlotte, caution is going to fly. And it looked like David Culpepper's going to win, but they're still piling in. Dom Camps, Emma White's involved. Daniel Conway, the pace car, glitches through the field. As for David Culpepper, as he comes off at turn number 4 and to the triangle, he's going to win at Charlotte. Unbelievable. I can't believe David Culpepper just won this race. I don't think anybody expected that to happen so quickly. Ryan Byzantium will end up getting 2nd. Jerry Guerrera gets a 3rd. Carson Scott, you have to find him somewhere. There he is. He's going to end up in 4th. And Ricky Johnson will round out the top 5. A bizarre twist lets David Culpepper take the victory in a freak accident. We're going to have an instant replay here of the incident with H.J. Ponder and Nick Mace. My oh my, H.J. Ponder is going to be fuming with Nick Mace, but Mace held his line and H.J. Ponder ran right into him. And Mace goes for a spin here. Ponder with some heavy side damage to his machine, and Vincent Allen, already committed to the low line, just hits the 5 pretty hard. Into Emma White. Look at the air Emma White gets. Dom Caps with no place to go. Zebulon Stark collected. Jordan Davis and the rest of the Highline get bobbled up into that one. The track is basically blocked. Everybody's on the brakes really hard. Nobody could do a thing, and it's just a big traffic jam into turn number 1. Looking at this yet again in helicopter cam this time. Ponder gets into Nick Mace. Mace goes in the outside wall. Ponder tries to save it. Carson Scott is kind of used as a little bit of a shield and a guide for Ponder. The 5 goes spinning. The Mace Enterprises Mobile and the owner himself goes for a spin. Vincent Allen, here comes the rest of the field. Vincent Allen hits the 5 head on. Emma White, nowhere to go. Michael Harvey collected. Dom Caps, no place to go as well. The high side gets boggled up and blocked. Everybody that's committed there has no place to go, and everybody, and I mean almost everybody, slows down. It's just no more racetrack, and it's really just a block track from here. Everybody using the apron too, and some are went to a complete stop just to try and avoid all the carnage here. And for Emma White and some other drivers that were looking for a good run, it doesn't look like it's going to happen for them tonight. But for David Culpepper, as he came out of turn number 4, he was the victor. And he won the race in a quite an incredible fashion. And maybe even one of the more controversial ones here. But it wasn't anything of Culpepper's doing whatsoever. But congratulations to David Culpepper on getting his first ever victory in the Hardee's National Series. as we will take a look at the point standings, or actually more, well yeah, point standings will be in the form, I believe, so check the formation form for the point standings, but you will see the results here in just a moment, and as well as David Culpepper's burnout.
Certified G's. They don't make too many niggas like me. Bonafide hustler, certified G's. They don't make too many niggas like me. Bonafide hustler, certified G's. They don't make too many niggas